Good evening. Good evening and welcome to Cedar Lane Unitarian Universalist Congregation. I'm the Reverend Katie Romano Griffin, proudly serving this religious community as one of its ministers. And it is extra awesome to be with you all tonight for this concert, which is the first live concert with everyone in person in 2 years. Yes, very exciting. Now, these concerts have been happening even through the pandemic. We kept on going. This has been happening since 2009. And each year, an organization who's helping us to live out our values in the world has been chosen as a recipient of all of the donations from this concert. This means that all of you generous souls and the many generous souls that have enjoyed the music for all of these years have raised over $55,000 to date. And our neighbors in this county need us now more than ever. Today's recipient, Mid-County United Ministries, you're going to hear a little bit more about them when we get to intermission. But I want to share a little bit about my experience with Mid-County United Ministries first. Now, Cedar Laners are invited every single week to volunteer at a mobile pantry, either packing food to help get ready for the mobile pantry or actually volunteering at the mobile pantry. And I was able to go with two of my children, and we were able to pack food and to help carry food to people's vehicles. And that day, I think over 130 individuals were served by that mobile food pantry. And those individuals represented 2 or more people in each family. And the mobile pantry is just a small part of Mid-County United Ministries' work. Thousands of people are being served right here in our community because of their work. And by you being here today, you get to fill your spirits with this incredible music and these beautiful musicians who are bringing their very best of who they are, their gifts, their talents, their abilities in service of our larger community. So you get to take that in, and you have an opportunity to give with gratitude from a place of love. And I know you'll do that today because that's how you all have historically shown up. So thank you. I'd like now to introduce Dr. Jasmin Lee, who has put this program together and is going to tell you a bit about all of the amazing artists who are here today to share their gifts. Thank you, Dr. Jasmin Lee.
Hello. Hi, as Katie said, I'm Dr. Jasmin Lee. I am the pianist, organist, and one of the co-music coordinators serving Cedar Lane. And I'm really excited to present this program. I know it's rather ambitious, and I have some of my friends joining us tonight. So to start off the program, we have 2 fabulous percussionists, and you can read more about them in our program. So Elliot Beck, I've known him since we were in college many years ago. I won't say how many years ago. And he is super, super talented. So when I thought of this program last summer, I had bumped into him in Philly, and I was like, Elliot, you have to come to this concert. I'm gonna have to make it work. And I'm so glad he came, and he's visiting from Philadelphia this weekend. So, yay. And then Eric Plewinski, we went to Maryland together, and every Christmas Eve, I play at his church's youth service. So we've played together so many times, but this is our first time collaborating in different music besides Christmas music. So I'd like you to give a big hand to Eric and Elliot.
Please do mute your phones if you have not done so. Thank you. Enjoy the concert.
Hello. My name is Eric, and this is Elliot. We're going to be starting the program with 3 percussion works, the first of which is by Bartok. We picked this piece because we're ending the program with the Bartok Sonata for 2 pianos and percussion. This piece is really ambitious for everyone, but for percussion it's a little interesting because Bartok was kind of innovative with his writing for timpani. He was really explored the realm of pedal timpani, opposed to timpani that didn't have pedals that were from the Baroque era. And there's an interesting anecdote in the score, and I will let Elliot tell you about that.
Yeah, so while Bartok was pushing the limits of what percussion people were writing at the time, at the same time he was skeptical that whether they could actually do this. So it says in the score that the pianist should make sure that the percussionists are actually following the music properly and all the details. So we'd like to think we've advanced a bit since then. And so one of the other pieces we're playing, so like Bartok was doing this, but his confidence was a bit limited, so he didn't actually write any music just for percussionists. But so we took, there's an arrangement of his Romanian folk dances that we'll be doing just on keyboard percussion, because these instruments are still relatively new. It's actually the vibraphone. This is about their 100th birthday this year, last year. So there's new music always being written, but also sometimes taking older music and playing on these instruments. And then we're also doing a modern Japanese piece written for the keyboard percussion, but it's by Takemitsu. And then on the other half of all this, we're going to play a Baroque timpani duet where you can hear the connection that timpani originally had to more like marches and military music. And that's how we'll begin today's program. Thanks so much for coming.
Wow, let's give another round of applause for that. That was wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Hi to everyone watching at home as well. So next on the program is a 2-piano piece with my dear friend, now she's Dr. Shuai Wang. I met Shuai at UMD, and she had come from University of Michigan, and we had the same piano professor. So when she came here, I was like, I need to take care of her I'm like a bigger sister to her. So yeah, and I know that anywhere that she plays, everyone just is mesmerized by her playing. She used to sub here for me at Cedar Lane, but now she has a job at River Road Unitarian, our sister congregation, so she can't really sub for me anymore. But we have a chance to play together. So Dr. Shuai Wang. Thank you. me. We only had like 2 rehearsals, so I was kind of like, but that went better than expected. Good. So the last set of the first half will feature our section leaders from our adult choir. On bass, Kevin Miller. He has been our bass and tenor section leader for over 35 years. So he knows everything about the choir program at Cedar Lane. And he's just an exceptional soloist and a great person. And second is Rachel Moore, our alto section leader. Rachel is, well, should I say? Oh, she's going to get married this year. So everyone will be like, woo! Rachel started like a couple months before me, so we were both newbies together. And yeah, she's just the sweetest. She's the sweetest girl ever. And so chill and such a great leader to her alto section. And I know some of you guys are here. And last but not least, Jenny Lynn Moyer. She is the other co-music coordinator, and we call each other our work wives. We spend tons of time together after our music director emeritus, Henry Segrishi, retired. So yes, I have nothing but great things to say about all 3 of them, and I'm really glad that they're a part of this program. So Jenny Lynn, do you want to talk more about the pieces individually?
Of Mom would be from, and also all that's going on in the world and how we're all feeling so many strong emotions right now, but how we get through that. So that's what this music is supposed to do for you, hopefully today. I am a poor wayfaring stranger, traveling through this world of woe. But there's no sickness, toil, or danger in that bright land through which I go. I'm going there to see my father. I'm going there no more to roam. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over home. I know dark clouds will gather round me. I know my way is rough and steep, but you just feels like just before me, where God's redeemed their vigil keep. I'm going there to see my mother. She said she'd meet me when I come. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over home. I'll soon be free of earthly trials. My body lay beneath the sod. I'll drop this cross of self-denial, and I'll
I'm going there to meet my Savior, to dwell with Him and never roam. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over home. I'm only going over home. No man is an island. No man stands alone. Each man's joy is joy to me. Each man's grief is my own. We need one another, so I will defend each man as my brother, each man as my friend.
I saw the people gather. I heard the music start. The song that they were singing is ringing in my heart. No man is an island. No man stands alone. Each man's joy is joy to me. Each man's grief is my own. We need one another, so I will defend each man as my brother, each man as my friend. Stands alone.
So here we are asking Dr. Jasmin Lee to jump onto an entirely different instrument. But she's shy about it a little bit, but she's quite good with the flute, we promise you. We're going to give her a second to warm up the instrument. And then we'll begin with our next piece.
I don't think I told my friends watching online that I'm playing flute, but surprise! Playing flute! Okay, hold on.
lovely, I promise. So now we're inviting back our percussionists to join us on this final piece of this half before our intermission.
Can you hear my cries? Can you see my eyes? I am calling out to you. Can you hear my cries?
Okay, before the intermission starts, I'd like to have Betsy Bings come up here to give a few more words about our beneficiary, Mom. Yeah, is it Betsy? Or I don't know who's, oh my gosh. Or not? Sorry. Are these all working?
So, thank you for your remarks. So you covered a lot of what I was going to cover. So I'm Roger DeLucia. I'm head of the food ministry team at Cedar Lane, and we cover.
Hi, it's okay, I gotcha.
Sorry. Tall.
No worries. Yes, you are very tall.
So we some of the organizations we support include Dorothy Day Place and Manna and Shepherd's Table, and we've been working with Mom now for about 2 years. And it's an amazing organization, and Sundays are just amazing. It's like you start at the warehouse, people all volunteer, start at 10:30 in the morning and work till 4:30 in the afternoon, pulling the food out of the warehouse in Wheaton and then distributing it at one of 4 locations in Kensington or Silver Spring or Wheaton. Just a really impressive organization, and I'm very excited to help organize the concert with Jasmin and get the publicity out for it. And so I'm going to turn it over to Betsy, who's been involved with the organization a lot longer than me.
Yeah, I sort of asked you to join us, didn't I?
Yes, I'm on the board now.
Thank you. No,
Please feel free to take your mask off if you like.
yes. I have been shot and boosted and hospitalized, but anyway. So anyway, I've been working with Mom for a long time, and we are an organization, we can't do it by ourselves. We are dependent on donations and help from the county and help from the faith communities. When before the pandemic started, our executive director at that time thought, well, maybe we should take the food to the people because transportation is such an issue with our clients that they couldn't all come to us. And the minute we went out to the mobile sites, one of the things we noticed was what happened was the people who are non-English speakers started showing up. And then when the pandemic hit, then we were already in place, and the numbers went from serving 10 to 12 people on a Sunday to 200 on a Sunday. The numbers have not gone down. And if we didn't have the donations from our community partners and from the generous grants from the county, we could not be feeding these people. The grants are running out. We are now going to be hard-pressed to serve the people because we're not going to be having the donations, rather the contributions from the county. So we are now looking to partner with our faith communities and to do fundraising. So you'll be hearing a lot more from us.
Sure. Thanks. Yeah, because you're a little bit shorter.
I am.
Just real quickly, this is our new executive director, Dana Brown, and she went through a lot of motions to get this job, and she well deserves it. And so,
Thank you. And she actually knows what she's doing. We've already seen her. She really knows what she's doing. So thank you for joining. Thank you.
Thank you, and thanks to everyone for coming out, and also especially to the musicians. This is just phenomenal, and all of you have such great talent, and thank you for giving it for such a good cause. And I just want to thank all of you for coming out as well. And as Betsy and Roger mentioned, the needs are not going down. A lot of the pandemic funding that has helped us to be able to support people is going to be ending. And one of the other things that I don't think anyone's talked about, that Mom also does, is help people who are facing eviction or utility shutoffs, or who are having trouble with funding their prescription drugs. And a lot of the eviction moratoriums that the county and the state have had are also ending, and we are seeing a huge increase in the number of people coming to us with thousands of dollars, not just like 1 month, but many people, because of the moratoriums, are really, really, really behind and are facing potential evictions and utility shutoffs. And so that's another area that is only going to be increasing in addition to the food security needs. And I think the pandemic really showed us all how great the inequities are here in Montgomery County. And we only serve 5 zip codes, at least for those types of assistance, but the food is for people around the county. And we really appreciate people like you who give food and money, and a lot of volunteer time is what makes this work. So if anyone's interested in coming out to volunteer at one of the mobile food pantries, as a mom with kids as well, it is a great opportunity for families to come out and volunteer. And also there's a few things in our office if people want to be involved, but we really appreciate you all organizing it and coming out, and thank you for supporting our work and for really supporting those who are often falling through the cracks and falling behind in our county. So thank you.
And did you mention that we also offer a SSL hours? So if you have anybody that needs to have those hours to graduate, we give them out every Sunday.
Yes.
Katie had some final remarks.
You might be wondering how to give. So in your programs, there is a QR code that you can scan, and it'll take you to PayPal. Or you can pay online, and you'll find a link there. Or you can mail a check to Cedar Lane. Or if you're in person, you can leave a donation in the gold brass basket container. Excuse me, it's been a long day, y'all. You can leave a donation in the back of the room. Thank you all so much. Your offering will be gratefully received and will be long-lived in supporting many members in this community.
And we're going to have a 10-minute intermission to set up for the second half. So this is a perfect time to go on your phones, PayPal. Henry used to say he liked to see $20 bills, $50 bills, $100 bills, more if you can give more. So I'd like to see a lot of great, generous donations. Thank you.
And just for those that are joining us online, there has been a link posted in the chat. And if you're having a hard time online with any of the links, just make a comment and we'll try and fix that for you. Thank you.
Are this voices set up? One minute. What? No, I thought the Rhapsody in Blue concert was great. But the next one's Daniel's piece, the one that we heard at Ellen's thing. So I'm gonna read his words. Yeah, I messed up the date. I'm gonna talk about that. Yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh, thank you.
Can we start soon?
Hello. I think we're ready to start. Are we online?
I think so.
Okay. Thank you for staying for the second half. Okay, so our first piece of the second half of the program is an arrangement of Amazing Grace by my friend Daniel Pesca, who's a professor at University of Maryland, Baltimore County. And I'll read a little bit of what he talks about his inspiration behind this arrangement. As I was writing my recomposition of Amazing Grace, I reflected upon the conviction and faith evident in the words. Yet all we see of this perfect divine grace in our earthly lives are mere glimpses, incomplete and fragmentary. As Paul writes, we see through a glass darkly. My reharmonization introduces new ambiguity and mystery to the familiar melody, creating a musical fabric that encompasses both light and shadow, suggesting the joys and sorrows we experience on our journey towards the perfect grace the hymn envisions. This recomposition neither begins nor ends in a completely stable state, suggesting the length of the journey we must take. We can see the horizon both far behind and far ahead of us. So I hope you enjoy, and we're going to feature Jenny Lynn and Kevin as the soloists.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. To
Before we start our last piece, we just need to move the pianos a bit. Is this on? Hello? 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 Okay, so there's a misprint in the program where it says upcoming concerts, Sunday, April 24th. That's today. Clearly, there is no Rachel Carlson and 6 Degree Singers. So the actual date is Saturday, May 14th at 7 p.m. That will be our next concert, followed by Todd Fickley, organ. He's the organist at National Presbyterian Church, and he's going to be playing Vidor Toccata as one of his pieces and some Bach and other works on our organ. So you'll have an actual real organist play the organ here. So don't miss out on those 2 concerts. I also want to say thank you to our AV team, Michael McCrickard and Mike Morse. Mike Morse was here for like hours yesterday, and none of this is possible without them. And this piece, okay, so Bartok, I guess I was kind of ambitious to play this Bartok 2 piano and percussion sonata because we only practiced for 2 days, and it's quite difficult with the rhythm, the notes, and everything. But I just want to say thank you for learning the pieces with me. And like yesterday, we were here, like Elliot was here from like 10 a.m. to like 8 p.m. It was just, yeah. So thank you for learning the piece along with all of us here. So yeah, anyway, are we ready? Okay, we're ready. Thank you. Oh, we're not ready yet. Oh, Mike has to go back. Is there anything else I should say? for the whole concert. Thank you so much to the musicians, everyone, and our wonderful page turner, Joy Mensel. That was probably scary because that's the first time she heard the piece. And don't forget to donate as much as you can to Mom and check out their website at, I think it was momhelp.org. And have a good rest of the afternoon. Thank you.